I'm Soju, and in this tutorial I'm gonna be showing you how to make the cutest storage house that I've ever made. I hope you like pink, because this house is just full of pink. This is how it looks from the outside. I'm completely obsessed with it. But let me show you real quick on the inside how it looks like. We have a bunch, maybe too much storage actually. We have 4 sets of double chests, so 4 by 4 times 4. So we have a lot of storage, probably more than you'll ever need. Then here in the middle, I just placed some like useful items. We have the crafting table down here, of course. And then on the other side, I just placed some furnaces that you might use and some extra barrels just in case. And the ceiling is full of cherry leaves and a bunch of flowers over there. So yeah, let me show you how I made this. Okay, so for the blocks that we're gonna use a lot of spruce. This is gonna be very spruce heavy, especially the spruce logs. We're also gonna use pink terracotta and white terracotta. This is for the walls and this is for the roof. Then for some accents, I'm also gonna be using a little bit of cherry wood. For some of the windows, I'm gonna be using pink stained glass. That includes like the block and the pane, by the way. And then just for some decoration on the outside, I'm gonna be using barrels. I'll leave the full block list in the description, by the way, just in case you want to check it out. And this is the layout for the build. It's a pretty simple box. I'll put some numbers on the screen to help you out, and you can pause here if you like. Okay, to start off, I'm gonna use the stripped spruce logs, and I'm gonna make some pillars. So I'm gonna place one in each corner first, just so we have a nice base to lay out like this. Then here in the front, I'm gonna leave a 3-block space from one of the corners. So 1, 2, 3, and then place another one. And then 1, 2, 3, place another one, and it should be 3 on each one, like this. And we're gonna do the same thing on the back side. So these are just gonna go the same way over here. And then this one is right here, and that should be all symmetrical. And for the sides, we're gonna do something pretty similar. We're gonna leave a 3-block gap right here, and then place a pillar, another 3-block gap from the back, and then right here. And that should leave us with a 5 middle block right here. And again, we're gonna do that same thing on the other side. So right here and then right here, and it should all be symmetrical and look like this. Now, pretty easy. We're gonna bring those up by 5. So this will be 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm gonna do that with every single one of these and then connect them at the top like this. So each one of these is gonna be 5 tall, and then connect those. So I'll be back when I'm all done. Okay, so this is what we have right now. We're gonna go ahead and fill in all of the walls. So I'm gonna use this pink terracotta right here, and then right where the guide is, I'm gonna fill all of these up until I reach the top. I'm just gonna leave this one open, the one where the entrance is gonna be, but the rest of them are just gonna be filled out like usual. So I'll do that, and then I'll see you back when this is all filled out. Okay, so this is all filled in. I just left this one for the entrance, but that's okay. So, okay, we should have this going on for now. I'm gonna move on to making the second floor. Not really, it's not a second floor, just like the top part of the roof. So I'm gonna grab my spruce logs, and I'm gonna place them right beside these pillars over here. So I'm gonna place a log right to the left, and this one, I'm gonna place it on the right. So we have a 5-block gap right here. And I'm gonna repeat that on the other side. So over here at the back, just like this, and it should be all symmetrical. And we're gonna do something similar for the pillars. So I'm gonna build them up by 4 instead. So the one we just placed would be 1, then 2, 3, 4, then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then connect those at the very top like this, and bring that all the way back until I reach the other side and connect that like this. Now this one's the only one that's left. Oops. So 4 above and then all the way across. And then here on the sides, I'm gonna match the pillars that we already placed. So right on this block, I'm gonna place 3 logs going 1, 2, 3 like that. Oops, like this. And this is what I mean. It should match the pillars that we just placed. So just like this. So right on the other side, like here, 1, 2, 3, and there we go. We're gonna do that same thing on the other side. So matching this side, right here, 1, 2, 3, then over here, 1, 2, 3. Oops, there we go. And that should leave us with a 3-block gap on the sides, and in the middle a 5-block gap. And we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna fill this out using the pink terracotta. So everything is gonna be filled in over here. Whoops. Okay. And then all of these are gonna be filled out as well. So it's pretty simple. I'm just gonna fill all of this up until I'm finished. So I'll be back when that's all done. Okay, so this is what we have going on right now. It's all filled up, and now we can move on to making the roof. So for the roof, I am gonna use first some spruce slabs right here, And I'm gonna make these sides first. So starting off from this corner right here, I'm gonna place a top slab right up against this log right here. So a top slab right here. Right now I'm just gonna make this corner bit just so we can go up. So only using slabs, I'm gonna go up by 1. So I'm gonna place 1 right here, then across 1, and then 1 final slab right until we reach this pillar right here. So it should go up gradually like this. Now I'm gonna bring this slab all the way across until I reach the back. So a top slab all above these logs right here, all the way across like this, and we're gonna do that same slope thing. So again, only using slabs, going up by half a block. So 1, 1, 1 until I reach the pillar. And we're basically gonna mirror that on the other side. So it's gonna be the same thing. A top slab right here in the corner, and then go up 1 by 1. There we go. Bring that all the way across. And then go up 1 by 1. There we go. Right now it should look like this. We're gonna fill it up right in a sec. I'm gonna be using the cherry slabs and then this white terracotta right here. I'm gonna place the slabs right here to match these slabs. So I'm just gonna follow the same pattern. This one has a slab, so I'm just gonna place it right on top of here. This middle one is gonna be white terracotta, so I'm just gonna place that right now, like this. And then this top one, I'm just gonna place it on this top slab right here. So matching this slab, I'm gonna go all the way across until I reach the other end, and it should line up just like this. Now I'm gonna fill up the other side. So it's gonna be the same thing. I'm just gonna place slabs all the way across right here. In the middle, I'm gonna place the white terracotta. And then finally the slabs right here. Now for the roof of this top part, I'm gonna be using, where are the stairs? Here are the stairs. Spruce stairs, and then some slabs as well. So right here in the corner, I'm gonna start off by placing a stair right up against this log right here. Then build that out a little just to match the rest of the roof like this. And then only using stairs, I'm gonna go up with an upside down stair, then 1 on top, another upside down stair at the back, then go up. I'm gonna do that until I reach the middle right here. So right before I reach the middle of this part, I'm gonna place a upside down stair just like this, facing outward. And I'm gonna do that same pattern on the other side. So only using stairs, upside down stair, block, upside down stair, stair, upside down stair, stair. There we go. And in the middle, I'm just gonna place a single slab just like this. Now the same roof pattern, I'm just gonna make that on the other side. So we're gonna do this same thing. So only using stairs, going up little by little until I reach the middle. I'm gonna place a upside down stair right here, and then a slab right in the middle, and then do that same thing on the other side. So you should have something that looks like this. It's the same like roof pattern on both sides. And in this middle one, I'm just gonna connect them using stairs. So all the way across, I'm just gonna connect that. There, there we go. And on the other side as well, because I missed that one. So all the way across. And now to fill in the roof, I'm gonna be using the cherry planks and also the white terracotta. So I'm gonna start off with the terracotta first. I'm gonna place it right here up against this stair, just like this. And we're gonna be alternating in between the cherry planks and the white terracotta. So next up is the cherry planks all the way across. Just like this, then the white terracotta. In the middle, I'm gonna place a plank. Don't worry that it's going outside of the frame of the roof. That's fine. You're gonna decorate it a little bit just so it doesn't look too weird. But anyways, I'm gonna place the cherry planks right in the middle, just like this. And it's basically a mirror. So I'm gonna place the terracotta right here, and do the same thing. So plank, terracotta. This is gonna be a plank, and terracotta. And there we go. So right now I said it was looking a little bit weird. So I'm gonna grab some of the spruce stairs and the trapdoors, and I'm gonna match these pillars on the sides. So right here, I'm gonna place a trapdoor right above this stair right here and flip it up. Then place a bunch of stairs like this, just going up, and then right here in the middle, I'm gonna place a lonely trapdoor just like this. And now we're gonna do that same thing on the other side. So stairs all the way across here, and then that should match the pillar right here on the side. Flip the trapdoor, and I'm gonna do that same thing. So matching up over here, trapdoor, stairs, trapdoor here at the top. Oops, there we go. Stairs, and then a trapdoor here. And that should be all done for the roof. Now I'm gonna fill up some of the holes that I left. So right here, you should have a tiny 1-block hole. I'm just gonna fill that out with the pink terracotta, and then also on the other side right here. And then this top part is just gonna be also just the plain pink terracotta all the way across. And those gaps that we just filled, you should have them on the other side as well. So I'm just gonna fill those out really quick, just all the way across. Don't forget these, by the way. I always forget these sometimes. There we go. Okay, so this is the heavy part. I'm gonna be decorating all the front parts. So to start off, I'm gonna place some barrels right on the edge of these pillars right here. So one here in the corner, right here in front of the entrance, and then another one here in the corner, just like this. Then on top of those, I'm gonna place a stair like this. And it should look like this so far. Now using some logs, I'm gonna go ahead and destroy this very bottom slab right here, and I'm gonna place a log instead. Then right here in the middle, right where all of these pillars meet, I'm gonna place another one. Same for this one right here. And then again, I'm gonna destroy this slab and place one like this. Then here at the top, I'm gonna destroy this upside down stair right here in the corner. I'm gonna place another one right here in the middle and then destroy the other one, and it should look like this so far. Now I'm gonna place some windows. I'm gonna destroy these 2 blocks right here in the middle and replace those with a spruce fence, and then I'm also gonna do that same thing on the other side. So you should have 2 windows right here. And then here at the top, I'm gonna destroy these 6 blocks, so all of these ones in the middle. And I'm gonna create like a bay window type of thing, the best that we can do in Minecraft. So I'm gonna place 2 full blocks right here of the stained glass, and then on the edges, I'm gonna place 2 stained glass like this. Now right here in front of the windows, I'm gonna place 3 moss blocks. You can use dirt or grass blocks or like any type of thing that lets you plant anything, but I like using moss blocks just for the color. And then I'm gonna hide those using some cherry trapdoors right here in the front. And then I like using sweet berries, so I'm gonna place those right here. You can use any plant that you like. I just like the look of sweet berries, so I'm gonna do that same thing on the other side. Flip those up and make sweet berries right here. Now I'm gonna place cherry buttons on every single log that we have poking out. So one right here, 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 and then don't forget these top ones as well, just like this. With some spruce trapdoors, I'm gonna connect these. I'm just gonna place it right up against this block right here. So all the way across like this. Make sure you are crouching, by the way, just so you can place a trapdoor on another trapdoor. So right here, just like this. We're gonna do that same thing over here. And on this one right here, it should all line up perfectly like this. And we're gonna do the same thing here on the top. So 2 trapdoors right here, right up against that stair, and then another 2 right here. Here at the top, right in the middle, I'm gonna place 2 fences just like this. Now I'm gonna go crazy with the lanterns. I'm gonna place one right under each one of these logs. So one right here, one here, all the way across, and there we go. Now for the entrance, I'm quickly gonna destroy these guide blocks right here. Just gonna place some grass. Then I'm gonna use some cherry trapdoors and a cherry door. I'm gonna go on the inside and place a cherry trapdoor on this block right here. Now I'm gonna get on top of it. I'm gonna crouch. I'm gonna jump in place while still crouching. So I'm gonna place 1, 2, 3, and then flip all the way up. So it should be 4 in total. I'm gonna do that same thing on the other side. So 1, 2, 3. And you should have something that looks like this. I'm gonna destroy these 2. The only reason I place them is because it's easier to place these top 2. So I destroyed those just to place a door. This one's really weird. You have to like face the inside and place a door on this block facing like almost this corner. So right here, there we go. It should line up perfectly with the trapdoors and it should open pretty well. There we go. Now we should have space in front of these trapdoors to place a stair on either corner, and then some spruce trapdoors just to blend it out a little bit like this. And then just to decorate, this is optional, but I like to place some flower pots just randomly. I'm gonna place 2 right here and then 1 up here. And then I'm gonna use some of my favorite flowers, and I like using the cherry sapling as well. And then I'm also gonna place a few ones over here. I like using ones that like match the color of the build itself, so that's why it shows like pink and white flowers, but that's really just me being picky. But okay, the front is all done. So now I'm gonna move on to making this side of the house. For the sides, the decor is gonna be pretty similar. I'm gonna start off also using some of the barrels, and I'm gonna place those right in front of all the pillars right here. So 1 right here, 1 here, 1 over here, and 1 here. Oops. make sure they're facing up. Then a spruce stair right on top of those, just like this. Then on the outer ones, I'm gonna place the same setup that I made with the sweet berries and stuff. So moss right here, trapdoors, and then my sweet berry bushes. Then same thing on this side, so trapdoors, then sweet berries. I'm gonna get rid of these 2 blocks and I'm gonna place my windows using the spruce fences. Same thing on this side, so we have, oops, I harvested that. So 2 fences right here. Then here in the middle, I'm gonna get rid of these 2 and then these 2. It should leave us with 2 windows and a 1 block middle like this. And also place some fences right here. This part is gonna be a little bit different. I'm gonna place an upside down stair against these barrels right here and then connect those using the trapdoors, just like this. Now here at the top, I'm gonna get rid of this slab right here and place a log facing out. I'm gonna do that same thing with the other pillars. So 1 right here, 1 right here, and then 1 right here. I'm gonna place those same cherry buttons on each one of these. I'm gonna place a lantern under each one of these logs that we just placed. And then on top of the logs, I'm gonna place a spruce trapdoor just like this on top of these logs. And then as a final touch, I'm also gonna place some pots right here and some of my favorite flowers just like this. And that should be this bottom part all done. I'm gonna move on to making this side. So this part is pretty simple. I'm gonna start off by placing some of the logs. I'm gonna destroy this stair right here and place a log facing out. This one right here under the trapdoor right here. Another one right here, and then this one at the very corner. I'm gonna place a spruce trapdoor on top of this log right here. I won't be able to place one right here just because of this trapdoor, so I'm just gonna leave these 2 and place another one right here. So it should look like this so far. I can go ahead and place the buttons in each one of these logs, a lantern under each one of these, and then I'm gonna place some windows right here. I'm gonna destroy this one right in the middle, and I'm gonna place a glass pane. For this one, I'm gonna destroy these 3 right here in the middle, place a glass block in the middle, and 2 stained glass panes on either side, and then this one is just gonna be a glass pane, and it should look like this. And that's pretty much it for this top part. For this backside, it's basically gonna be the same thing that we did in the front. I'm still gonna show you how I made it. I'm just gonna do it a little bit quicker just because we already did it. But again, I'm gonna start off with the barrels on each one, of these pillars right here. So 1 right here. These barrels are just not cooperating today. But anyways, a spruce stair on top of all of these. Then the logs that are sticking out are gonna be in the same spaces. So I'm gonna destroy this slab right here and place it 1 right here in the middle, and then destroy this one. Destroy this stair, 1 in the middle, and then this stair can go. The only difference between the back and the front is that this one is not an entrance, so we're gonna do the same thing we do on this side. So I'm gonna destroy these 2 middle blocks and place some windows, just with some spruce fences like this. Then all of these are just gonna have the moss, then the cherry trapdoors, and then all of these are gonna have the sweet berry bushes, just like this. Now same thing, I'm gonna connect these pillars right here with some trapdoors right here and connect that all the way across just like this. I'm gonna do that same thing on the top side. So over here, a fence right in the middle. These 6 can go, and then I'm gonna place 2 blocks right here and 2 glass panes just like this. Make sure to place all the buttons in each one of the logs, and then also a lantern underneath each one of these logs that we placed. So all of these. Actually, don't forget to decorate with some flower pots in case you actually want to place them. So I'm just gonna place some random ones over here. I'm using the same flowers, by the way. They don't have to like be different each time, so it's fine. And there we go. That should be all done actually. And for the side, I'm just gonna repeat the same thing that we did on this side over here. I'm gonna show you how I made it real quick. It's basically gonna be the same thing that we did over here. So starting off here at the bottom, I'm gonna place my barrels right here on each pillar, a stair right on top. Gonna make the windows right now actually. So that's all of the windows right here. I'm gonna place all the moss right now. Then the sweet berry bushes. Then the pillars, I'm gonna destroy this slab, this one, and this one. Gonna place the buttons all the way across, and then a trapdoor on top of these follow that up with a lantern underneath all of these. Then right here in the middle, upside down stair on either side, and then some trapdoors, and then just some random flower pots. There we go. Now this bottom section is all done. I'm gonna move on to make this one right here. This one was pretty simple, so all of these are gonna be logs just like this. I'm gonna place a trapdoor on top of the ones on the edges, buttons on each one of these, and a lantern underneath all of those logs. Oops. Then all of these, just a window right here, block, pane, and then this one's just a glass pane, and there we go. That should be all the sides all done. And I think with that, that's the outside all done. I'm also gonna show you how I make the inside, but I think I covered everything on the outside, so okay, we can move on. So I give myself night vision real quick just so you guys can see a little bit. I'm gonna move on to making the floors. For the floor, I'm gonna use planks and spruce logs, and we're gonna make a alternating stripe pattern. So I'm gonna get rid of all of this grass right here. I'll be back when I do that real quick. Okay, so the floor is all gone. I kind of had to destroy the door just so we can place the floor first, but I'll show you how I make that. So I'm gonna alternate between placing planks and spruce logs. So I'm gonna place a plank right here in the corner, then the spruce log on its side, so like this. I'm gonna do that on each one of these like this. Now I can place a door back. I think it was like this, I think. Oops, there you go. And for the floor, I'm just gonna pull all of these all the way until I reach the back. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that real quick. It's pretty easy. I think it's just very wood heavy, but it's fine. I'll be back when this is all done and I'll show you how the end result looks. So this is how the floor looks like. It's just the same pattern, just pulled all the way across to the back. Now I'm gonna go ahead and fix the roof because it's looking pretty weird. So first off, I think we can destroy this layer right here. It should be flush to this plank right here. So I'm just gonna destroy all of these and also on the other side just so we can make some space. But there we go. Right where we destroyed that block, I'm gonna make a beam going all the way across using some of the spruce logs. So just like this, I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. So just underneath where we just destroyed. So just like this. And I'm gonna make the area where I place the chest. So we're gonna leave a 4-block gap. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then right here, I'm gonna place a pillar to match this beam that we have right here. So from this block going up right here. We can destroy this one. It was just temporary, but I'm gonna pull all the way down just like this. Then I'm gonna leave a 3-block gap, place another one just right here, and then fill out all the way just like this. We can do that same thing on the other side. So I'm gonna match the pillar right here, and it should be, I think, right there. There we go. Yes. Then on the other side, 3-block gap in the middle. Yes. Okay. Everything matches up. Now, right where we place the pillars, I'm gonna go right here in the middle where all of these match up, and I'm gonna make a beam going all the way across until I hit the other side of the wall. So just like this, then on the other side as well. So right here to create those 2 beams right in the middle. Now to fix the ceiling real quick, I'm gonna place some beams first. So I'm gonna match up to this beam right here, and right above this pillar, I'm gonna place a log right here. Pull the beam all the way across until I reach the other end. So just like this. And I'm gonna do that same thing on the other side. So matching up to this pillar right here, creating a beam right above that. Just like this. Now on either side, on these gaps, I'm gonna place some upside down cherry stairs all the way across over here. And then do that same thing on the other side. So just like this. Now with some cherry slabs and spruce trapdoors on either side, I'm gonna place a bottom slab right up against this plank right here. So just like this. With a spruce trapdoor, I'm gonna place those up against this very edge of the stair. So right here. And then that same pattern with the slab. So right here. And there we go. That's the ceiling. I'm also gonna do that same thing over here. So first goes in the slabs right here, then a trapdoor right up against the stair. It's gonna be like a stripe pattern. So there we go. And the reason I'm not making this like on the same level as the slab, just like this, is because I want to add a little bit more dimension to the ceiling. Otherwise, it would just look flat like this, and I want to add that little bit of depth that is missing. So that's why I'm placing it like against this stair right here and not the block above. So right here. And then here at the end, it's the same thing. So slab right here, trapdoor here at the bottom, and then another slab. There we go. Now, final beam, I'm gonna go ahead and match these pillars right here. I'm gonna place a beam from this block all the way across until I hit the wall. So it should look like this. And I'm gonna do that on each one of these. So right up against this log right here and on the other side as well, just so it matches up. Okay, so that should be all the beams done finally. Now I can move on to like decorating all of this. So I'm gonna use some spruce stairs and trapdoors to make the edges of these pillars round off a little bit. So I'm gonna start off right here in the middle. I'm gonna place a stair on either corner just like this, then a trapdoor underneath, and then flip that up, and there we go. And same thing on the other side, so it should look like this. And then match up the other side as well. So stairs right here, trapdoor right here. And then we can get rid of this log right here and replace it with a barrel. Also gonna do that same thing on the other side. Make sure it's like sideways. And then I'm gonna crouch and place a lantern underneath the barrel that we just placed, just like this. Here at the top, I'm gonna do something very similar. I'm gonna place the same stairs just like this with a trapdoor to line those. Then get rid of this middle one and replace it with a barrel. But instead, I'm gonna use a chain. I'm also crouching, by the way. I'm gonna place a chain and then a lantern just like this, and do that same thing on the other side. So our stairs right here, trapdoor. You can kind of stand on the pillars, so it makes it a little bit easier. So barrel right here, make sure it's like that. There we go. Then a chain and a lantern right there. And then in these middle areas, I'm gonna also place some trapdoors right here. I mean some stairs, and then the trapdoors just like this. And then on the other side, just like this. Now to really separate these like little cubicles that I made, I'm gonna place some cherry planks to fill out these pillars. Oops, these pillars in the middle. So over here as well, just to fill this in, and on the other side as well, all filled out like this. Now for this next part, I'm gonna use some frog lights, but you can use any light source block. I recommend it being like an actual block, like glowstone or shroom lights. Not really torches, just because it can look a little bit weird. I'm gonna be using the purple frog lights just because I like them, but I think glowstone would be like a cheaper alternative. I'm gonna use some frog lights, some cherry stairs, and also some cherry trapdoors. I'm first gonna go in with the cherry stairs, and I'm gonna place those right under here where this white terracotta is. Then in this little gap, I'm gonna fill it in with the frog lights. So 4 frog lights just like this, and then I'm gonna hide those with some trapdoors. And this is what I mean. I think it looks better with a full block instead of having like a torch or a lantern. You can still use those, they work fine. I just wanted to have a light source on top of the chest that we're gonna place, but I think a full block would work a lot better than like one of these blocks. This is what I mean. I think it looks a little bit better than having like a torch or something. But I'm gonna use the shroom lights, so I'm gonna place those right here. And now I'm gonna do that same thing with the other sides. So all of these are gonna have the stairs right here, 4 frog lights right there, and then cover those up with the trapdoors. So there we go. Those are all done right now. Now I'm gonna go in with some stairs, and right under this pillar right here, I'm just gonna place some upside down stairs just like this on all 4 sides, so don't forget. Now this side is gonna be something really similar. I'm gonna place those same stairs right here, but I'm gonna place some cherry slabs instead, and I'm gonna place those as a bottom slab right against this white terracotta right here. So right here, so we should still be able to place a lantern underneath that slab that we just placed like this. And now I'm gonna do that same thing on the other side. So stairs right here, bottom slab like this, and a lantern in the middle. As a final touch, I'm gonna replace these bottom pillars with a barrel just like this. So those 4 are all replaced, this back one as well, and then these ones at the front just like this, just so we have a little bit more consistency between the inside and the outside, so it looks like this. And there we go. I think that's like the basic layout all done and fixed up. So now it's just some decorating. So now I'm gonna go in with the chest. I'm so sorry beforehand. This uses so many chests, but obviously it's gonna be more than enough for you. So to place the chest, I'm just gonna place them right here in the corner, and I'm gonna fill that all the way up until I reach this part right here. You should still be able to open these with no problem. That's why we place stairs and trapdoors, just so we can still open these chests. But I'm gonna place all these chests right here, and then for this last one, I'm gonna destroy this part of the wall just so we can really get here and place all the chests just like this, and then repair that, and it should be all done. Now we just have to do that with all 4 sides, so I'll be right back when I finish all of that up. There we go. So I just filled out all of these areas right here. And I just wanted to mention, I like to use this gap right here in between the chests to place some idle frames to label all the chests. This is very optional. You can do whatever you like. Yeah, I just like to do that to have everything all nice and organized. So there we go. That should be all done. Now for these sides, you can decide which one is going to be which. But for the left side, I'm going to make this furnace area that I had. So first off, I'm going to go 1 block off from the wall. I'm going to place 3 barrels just like this on their side. Then right here at the back, I'm going to leave this block space right here. And I'm going to place the blast furnaces on top. Don't worry about anything spawning. Nothing can spawn in like a 1 block gap, so it doesn't really matter. But there we go. Now with some spruce trapdoors, I'm gonna go ahead and place some as a shelf on the same level as the blast furnace. So right up against this block right here, I'm just gonna place those right here, just like this. Then here at the top, I'm gonna place 3 normal furnaces, just like this. And then this is really optional, just for some extra decoration. I'm gonna place a flower pot right here, and then 1 right here in the middle. And I'm gonna place some flowers right here. You'll still be able to access it, but it might be a little bit annoying. You might like grab the sapling once in a while. That's why I say it's completely optional. Then I'm gonna grab some pink carpet. This can be whatever color carpet that you like. I just want to match everything. So I'm gonna place some pink carpet right here. But this middle block, I'm gonna replace the bottom one with a torch. And then right on top of the torch, gonna place the carpet back, so it should look like this. Now for the other side, I had some more useful blocks, and it's gonna be something really similar to this. Start off right here in the back, and I'm gonna place 2 upside down spruce stairs just like this with a trapdoor right in the middle. There we go. I'm gonna replace these 3 blocks right here with some crafting tables, just so we have an actual crafting table that you can access. And then I'm gonna do that same shelf right here. So I'm gonna place the same shelf right here, just like this. And I like to place a bunch of useful blocks that I like to use. So I'm gonna have my ender chest right here in the middle. You should still be able to open it with the lantern, so don't worry about that. I'm gonna place a stone cutter right here, and then a flower pot right here with a tulip. Then this one, I like to have a couple anvils just in hand, and then some brewing stands just in case. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with the carpet. So 3 carpet right here, and then this middle one, I'm gonna get rid of it and place a torch just like this. And there we go. And there we go. That should be the basic decoration all done. But now I'm gonna place a table right here in the middle. So I'm gonna be using cherry stairs and cherry trapdoors. I think I got rid of it by accident, so let me get that. And it's just gonna be 3 blocks long. So I'm gonna place a stair right here. It should line up with the pillars right here. This one's gonna be temporary. I'm just gonna place a upside down stair against this one right here, and on the other side as well. And then a cherry trapdoor right here in the middle. This one can have like any type of decoration that you like. I like using a flower pot with a daisy. I'm also gonna be using a amethyst cluster just like this, and then some sea pickles just like this. And there we go. We have a little cute clutter table. Now I'm gonna decorate the top with some plants. I think that's the final piece of detail that I have, but you can use the regular pots, but I'm gonna show you what I like to use a lot. If you have any of the pottery shards, you can find these in like the archaeology sites, by the way, but you can grab some bricks and then place a pottery shard just like this, and now you have a heart pot. I think it's the cutest thing in the world. You can use this one that's just like plain, and there's a bunch of different patterns, but the heart one is definitely my favorite. So I'm just gonna place those right here. I'm gonna crouch and place a pot right on top of the pot that we just placed. So right here. Now inside of this flower pot, I'm just gonna place an azalea tree just like this, and then some flowering azalea leaves on top of that, just to have like a tree in a pot. And then now as a final touch, I'm gonna be using some cherry leaves, and I'm just gonna place those like as if they're laying on top of these pillars right here, and then kind of growing and going on top of the ceiling. So just like this. It can be pretty random. I'm not really thinking about how I place it, but I'm gonna have this one right here in the middle, maybe some here in the corner, just a couple like this. And then here at the front, I'm also gonna do almost the same thing. So over here in the ceiling and going down a little bit, just like this. Maybe, there we go. And then finally, I'm just gonna place some flower pots right here on top of these beams. So I'm just gonna place a couple, maybe like this, and maybe 2 like that. I'm just gonna fill those up with some of my favorite flowers. These are so pretty, by the way. And I love the newest update with the little petals floating all around. I think that's the cutest little amount of detail. And anyways, I think that's all done. I'm pretty sure I got everything. I'm gonna take off my night vision real quick just so you guys can see. This should be more than enough light. I just think my shaders make it look a little bit too dark. And yeah, I think if you're playing single player, you're gonna have a hard time trying to fill all of these chests up. Yeah, this is all done. And then the outside is also all done and pretty. So anyways, okay, hopefully you enjoy your new storage area. This is definitely one of my favorites. I do want to mention that I'm gonna leave the world download for this world in the description. You're gonna get this build, of course, and all the other builds that you see on the horizon. But yeah, just in case you have any doubts as to what I did, I'm gonna leave the world download in the description. But that should be all from me, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next video.